of a missing California teenager whose body was found in a car belonging to popular singer-songwriter David. How 15-year-old Celeste Rivas died and whether a crime was committed remain crucial questions.
Some shocking new updates surfaced in the David and Celeste situation. Some secret tattoos, creepy appearances before she was disappeared, and insanely clear hints in his song to the horrible event that happened to Celeste. This isn't just another tabloid scandal. This is the unraveling of one of the internet's brightest stars, David Anthony Berg, an artist adored by millions, now at the center of a chilling mystery. So buckle in, because what you're about to hear sounds less like a music story and more like a plot of a true crime thriller. The victim, a 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, a California teenager who vanished months ago. For weeks, her family searched, begged for answers, and pleaded for help online. But the truth only surfaced when her remains were discovered in a Tesla tied directly to David. Yes, the same David whose music once filled TikTok's playlist, Spotify charts, and sold out tours. At first, it sounded unbelievable. How could someone with millions of fans, endorsement deals, and magazine covers be connected to something this sinister? But then came the details, and that's when disbelief turned into outrage. Celeste wasn't just some random fan. Investigators believe she had been involved with David for quite some time. Whispers of a secret relationship surfaced, one that was never supposed to see the light of day. And then came the tattoo revelation. Both Celeste and David shared the small marking on their hands, letters etched into skin. A private bond now turned into damning evidence. That tattoo became one of the first clues police used to confirm her identity. But here's where it gets messy. While police quietly built their case, David appeared calm, almost untouchable. He wasn't immediately arrested. In fact, LAPD even avoided naming him a suspect at first, despite everything pointing directly at him.
As we heard, he was cooperating. LAPD is not naming him a suspect at this point or a person of interest. We're waiting to hear more from them.
Fans began asking the obvious question, is he being protected because of his fame? To understand how shocking this is, you need to know David's rise. He wasn't always a superstar. He started as just another kid on YouTube, streaming Fortnite games, mixing clips with music. Copyright claims forced him to make his own tracks. Ironically, that setback turned him into a breakout musician. His raw, emotional songs exploded on SoundCloud and TikTok, especially You and I and Romantic Homicide.
I made the song called You and I, which now has, 94 million streams. My second song I ever made. Put it in the montage, and I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in the video. That was the title.
Before long, he was headlining tours, dropping albums, and building a loyal following of young fans who saw him as a voice of their generation. But behind the flashing lights and screaming crowds, darker rumors simmered. Whispers about underage fans, cryptic lyrics, and disturbing visuals in his music videos. Nobody wanted to believe it then. Now, every frame, every lyric is being dissected as possible foreshadowing. One chilling detail: months before Celeste's body was found, David performed a song with visuals eerily resembling a girl being put in the back of a car. Another video portrayed a mock funeral. Coincidence? Maybe. But for investigators and fans watching in horror, it felt like music was hiding a confession in plain sight. The timeline only makes things stranger. Celeste had been reported missing back in April 2024, yet she appeared on streams, videos, and even possibly in the audience at David's Maryland concert in late August 2025, just days before the Tesla was impounded and her body discovered. That gap raises disturbing questions. How long was she alive? Who else knew? And why didn't anyone step in?
Human remains wrapped in a bag that we now know belonged to Rivas. Eyewitness News has learned she was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow metal bracelet, and metal stud earrings. She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
Meanwhile, David's legal team insists he's innocent. They argue that there's no proof he and Celeste even knew each other, but photos, videos, and matching tattoos say otherwise.
Is the lawyer who represents David denying that there was a connection or that they knew each other? Because that to me is that's a heavy lift.
No statement on that. There's not talking, denying it, and they can't deny it. And we have photographic evidence, we have video. So they definitely knew each other. So that's not an issue. They definitely knew each other.
Witnesses claim she was last seen at a party with him. Her mother has gone public, saying she knew her daughter was dating someone named David. The walls are closing in, yet somehow the artist remains cooperating with investigators. And that's what has people furious. Ordinary suspects would already be behind bars, but with fame and money, the game changes. Delay tactics, legal shields, media spins. It feels like the system bends when the accused has millions in the bank and millions of fans defending him online.
I want you to take a wild guess who else has a matching tattoo on his hand. That's right, that man David. They both reportedly have the very same tattoo that just reads, "Shh." And apparently that's how they were able to identify her, was through this tattoo. Like I said, her body was dismembered. And just listen to what her mother, who did publicly release her identity, had to say.
You know, her daughter had been missing all of this time. She told us that she was aware that there was a boyfriend named David.
And that her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "shh" on her right index finger.
That the color of the ink of that tattoo was red, which was something that police had not released to the public.
But the internet never forgets. Every live stream, every leaked screenshot, every TikTok clip is being archived and dissected. Fans have spotted Celeste in backgrounds of streams. Others claim David may have paid people to stay silent. Some even point to Discord screenshots where she allegedly appeared with him months before vanishing. And as the puzzle comes together, the narrative looks darker and darker.
It seems she was 14 when her life was taken from her. People were saying that her friends last heard from her in August. She was found in September the 8th. But just this week, there seemed to be actual video footage from David's show in Silver Spring, Maryland. And in the balcony above the stage, there's a girl wearing a black tube top, which is what Celeste was allegedly wearing when she was found. The timing here is what's important because this concert was about 12 days before David's abandoned Tesla was towed. The car was towed September 5th and the body was discovered on September the 8th. So from this video, fans have said it looks like towards the end of August, at least August 24th at this show, she might have been there.
Was this a tragic accident David is trying to cover up, or something far worse? A deliberate act hidden in plain sight until the evidence spilled out of the trunk of a Tesla. Right now, the case is still developing. Police raided his home, seizing electronics. Forensic teams are digging into his devices. His concerts are being rewatched frame by frame for clues. And the public is demanding one thing: accountability. But here's the real question: will David actually face justice, or will this be another case of fame shielding someone from the full force of the law? Because if it was anyone else, any ordinary person, this investigation would look very different, and that's exactly why this story has captivated the world. It's not just about one tragic death, it's about power, influence, and whether the truth can survive when millions of dollars are at stake. So what do you think? Is David guilty beyond doubt, or is there more to this story than anyone realizes? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget, this is just the beginning. Every new update takes us deeper into a case that feels like it was ripped straight out of a crime documentary. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.